Welcome, kindred spirits, to my channel. Here, weary souls come and find inner wisdom and peace. The universe holds many mysteries and secrets that wait for our curious hearts to seek them out. In this video, I'll be channeling messages and blessings from your mythical guide, the unicorn. Unicorns are majestic, mystical, and evasive. In their horns, hearts, and blood, they carry the very mysteries of life, love, and purpose. Magic, mischief, or mystery? Let's find out what your mythical guide has in store for you in your reading. Well, the first thing we're going to do is shuffle our unicorn. Okay, we already have some unicorns talking about it. Let's flip this one over and see what we've got. Strength. Strength. And hope popped out too. Very interesting. We just have cards falling all over the place here. Okay. So we have strength and hope for our guiding cards today. They both pop face up out of the deck. Those are really the only time that I count popped out cards is if I see them, then they kind of become a part of the reading. So we have strength and hope as our guiding messages today. What are my kindred spirits going through today? What is going on? So the message here from strength is that you're in some sort of a challenging situation. And the message here from our beautiful black unicorn here is that the challenge will make you stronger. Challenges are there to present us with lessons and to strengthen our character, and often also to test our will in some ways as well, especially if you're going after something you really want. Challenges can be there to determine how much you actually want something. Are you willing to stick through it, to grit through some of the painful times in order to get to the fruit at the end, to reap the rewards? And the message that I'm also getting here from our unicorn guide is that from this difficult time, there are going to be some gifts passed on to you. Developing, I'm getting the message here, developing gifts, developing skills. And then hope is about just staying positive through difficulty. It's easy to be positive when things are going well. More challenging to be positive when you're being tested, and when things aren't exactly in alignment with what you want your life to be. The message here of hope is that the worst of the situation is behind you, and even if it's not, even if you're just starting in this challenging time or entering into a challenging time, that when you look up, the light, right? There's always light there, even in the darkness. And, this unicorn is so beautifully rendered. Just so majestic. Okay. So we have Page of Swords, the Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Okay. And we're going to get some guidance. Ooh. Malachite. It's time to transform, says our Malachite. That's interesting, considering that's kind of on the path of where our message is going in general. Ooh. Carnelian. I think I totally said that incorrectly. Carnelian is what we're going to call this crystal. Feed your creativity. Just taking a moment to let the messages wash over me here. We're getting several messages. And there's a lot of sword energy here. Yeah, so, what I'm really feeling here from this message is expansion. So for some of you, I'm feeling that, some of you are afraid of what is coming because it's going to require you to expand your mind, expand your capacity to, thinking outside of the box is kind of the imagery that I'm getting here. There's going to be new adventures that will be practical worldly adventures, whether it's starting a new career I'm getting from some of you, or embarking on like a new endeavor. For some reason I'm getting traveling for some of you. For some of you, it even could be like a relationship, like entering into a new relationship after having gotten out of a troubling situation or troubling relationship. I think it could be a number of different things, but the message that I am getting is that it's time for you to transform your life. For some of you, I'm getting the message here that, the way things are right now, you're not 100% happy, like things are okay. For some of you, things might even be comfortable, but this message is basically saying that it's time for you to shake things up. In the Ten of Swords, I just see this being really whipping and moving in the air, floating in the air. It's very graceful and angelic. There's something balanced about the movement and activity in this imagery. And we know that sword energy is about movement. It's about, thoughts and ideas. And it actually, so the Ten of Swords is usually the one with the stabbing in the back one. It's difficult to... oh, she's getting attacked. Oh, that totally makes sense now. Okay. But I am seeing... yeah. So in this imagery, if you look really close, I had to look really close. But in this imagery, she is getting attacked by these birds. And it looks like she's kind of fighting them off. She's got this really beautiful, like, cape that almost looks like it's bleeding or something. It's like red, but the part around her is white. Really, what I see in that card is there's challenges. For some of you, there's mental challenges associated with this transformation. You might even be fighting a lot of yourself, feeling like you're betraying yourself, your own thoughts or ideas or ideals, and you're kind of you feel like you're going against that, but really what's happening is you are evolving. And it's change. Evolution is a type of change. It's on a grander scale, and I feel like for you it's going to be on a really grand scale here. In the Page of Swords, I really see it's like this being lifted up by this light energy, again, sword energy, wind energy, air energy. She's kind of an angel or angelic in a way. She's got wings, and she's holding this swan, a goose, while holding a sword. And time of just an inquisitive time to be curious and to, again, think outside the box, explore thoughts and ideas that maybe up to this point really weren't an option for you. Venturing out and really allowing your thoughts, ideas, and even your intuition to help guide some of the direction on these thoughts that you have. With the Ace of Swords, we are seeing, like, I am seeing for some of you, like, almost like an epiphanic moment where you are finally, the idea is coming to you. Could be several ideas, but I am feeling like for some of you, you might have been kind of churning through several ideas over the last, number of years, and maybe even to a point where you're kind of maybe giving up on that. And I feel like for some of you, like, thinking, writing, even speaking, that's a creative outlet for you. But maybe you haven't found success in anything related to your areas of strength in that way. Maybe you've been trying to do some writing or trying to do, some, maybe like a podcast or something. I'm getting like voice acting or vocal, something to do with your voice, something to do with expressing your thoughts either in spoken form or in written form. And it's kind of taking a toll on you a little bit emotionally and in your mind. So you're feeling like you're not, that you're not like solving you're not coming into your purpose. So you're not seeing the fruit of your labor being rewarded. So it's making you doubt that you're doing what you should be doing. And for some of you, I'm getting the message here that there could be a business endeavor on the horizon that does have to do with whatever your strength or your talent is, whatever this new sword energy, sword idea is, communication of some kind, that there are going to be opportunities and there are going to be people. What I'm getting for some of you is what you're missing is like a mentor, somebody who's done it before you or done something really close to what you want to do, who can impart their knowledge on you. And yeah, I do see like there's kind of a being here almost like pushing this being up, like holding this person up. And that is kind of what I see for you coming. Like there's going to be someone or someones that come into your life that are going to help you on your journey as you seek these things out. Yeah, and our Six of Cups here, what I'm seeing is these cards are so whimsical. This seems to be a very peaceful card, very balanced emotional energy, emotionally at peace. Your intuition, I feel like, is leading you to your creative endeavor. It's leading you to be creative. So what I do see in this image here is this, like, this young girl kind of having a tea party with some stuffed animals. What I also see here is almost like she's creating magic. So by leaning into her play, leaning into her creativity and her creative mind, and imagining that, you know, she's having this wonderful tea party, it's almost like she's creating this like mythical world around her, because we can see kind of in the backdrop here some mythical beings, almost like they're attending the party. So maybe it started off as like her just playing with her stuffies, but through that faith, through hope and faith that, you know, magic is real, that, you know, she ends up basically invoking the magic of this, you know, the woods and in that mythical energy. And I think the message here for you is that sometimes we're too much in our heads, and not enough in our hearts, or not enough in our intuition, to the point where we think, we try to think rational, we try to think practical. And sometimes that is necessary, but often we overdo it. We do it too much. We depend on it so much that we end up like basically like sabotaging ourselves, and not seeing a balance in all of it. So obviously leaning too much, you know, into, you know, not doing anything and just thinking that everything's going to work out for you is like fool energy. But depending too much on logic and reason and balance and justice and fairness and all of these different terms that this, you know, sort of energy rules, it could cause us issues when things don't turn out the way we want them to. And then the message that I'm getting is this: because we're not tapping into our full potential, you know, we're just leaning on knowledge and wisdom and practical things and logical things and things that you can prove. And the unicorns, to me, like, their messages are pretty practical, like strength and hope together. They make a lot of sense, having strength and having hope. So strength is like the practical side of things, like facing the challenge, learning from the challenge, not fearing the challenge or moving away from the challenge, moving towards the challenge and using it as a way to better yourself or to increase your knowledge and understanding. And then hope is like that glimmer, you know, on the horizon that's like, yes, this is difficult, but difficulty is only going to last for a period of time before we will transform into another phase of life. And again, like the carnelian here, the message that I have here is that a lot of your talents, even your creative talents, reside in the realm of swords for some of you. And if you don't think that you have a lot of really strong sword energy, then that will be coming to you. And the message here is that think more creatively. Don't think of it as a sword gift, a gift from sword energy. Think of them together. Magic happens when we blend things together. When we combine. And obviously when you combine stuff, it doesn't always work out. But that's like the creative part of it. Experimenting, seeing what works. If it doesn't work, going back and trying again and again and again. With different elements and different parts of your life, and that sort of energy, that synergy creates harmony. When you're using your mind, and you're also using your intuition, you're using your communication skills, and you're using your logic and your reason, but you're also tapping into brilliant like water energy and empathy and all of these watery, emotional, soul level type of energies, and you're mixing them together with your logic and your reason. What you're going to get is something unique. So I just got the message that some of you are trying to break into markets that might be saturated. And my message to you from your unicorn guide here is is basically the blending idea. That doing this one thing over here or that one thing over there isn't going to make you stand out, but finding a way to blend, things, or incorporate things that are outside the realm of what a lot of your contemporaries are doing, a lot of people who are in your world are doing, is going to set you apart. Because you can take something over here that's completely different over here, and they're isolated. But when you start to blend and meld them and make something different, make something else, it makes something unique and special. So that's kind of my message to you. So those of you, I don't know, I just got that message pretty direct here. And then my final messages that I have for you is I always say with the Ten of Swords here that it appears that this person is being attacked by outside forces. Often it's ourselves, especially when it corresponds to like sword energy, our thoughts, our communication, logic and reason is often where we get tied up. And there's always there's a lot of darkness up here, the red almost like a blood color, being attacked, bleeding. But down here there's the moon shining, there's the cloth is white, and this person is very bound up, the ankles are bound, kind of flailing, trying to defend herself but struggling. And the message here is always of hope. There's always hope on the horizon. If we get out of our heads and start tapping into the other sources and resources that we have, we can see that there's a way out, that there are other options, that we're not alone, that there's more than one way, there's more than one path. And once we see that, then we can move forward and start to address start to address the things in our life that we want to change, that will transform our experience and enlightenment. So those are the messages that I have from your mythical guide, the unicorn, today. If anything struck home for you, please make sure to drop a comment down below and let me know what resonated. Also, make sure to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload more videos. I appreciate you spending your time with me, my beautiful kindred spirit, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.